My Gambia. Today we are honored to have an interview with the man behind Tamala, Mr. Mallah Sallah. So, Mr. Sallah, tell us how it all began.
Thank you very much, Awa, and welcome My Gambia to Tamala.
Thank you.
Tamala began almost 4 years ago. It was the latest addition to the Balafon Company Limited Group. Balafon Company Limited owns and operates 5 hotels. We started with the Djaliba, which was the first hotel that we operated. Then we ended up taking over Djembe Beach Resort. From Djembe, we built our first hotel, which was the Balafon Beach Resort. No bias, but Balafon is my favorite hotel out of all the hotels in our group. I'm not saying Tamala is not nice, but for me, Balafon is my baby because it's the first hotel that we actually built from scratch. The first other two hotels we took over. Now, after Balafon, we were lucky enough to get into an arrangement with Thomas Cook, the former Thomas Cook. And we came into an agreement that we would build the Tamala Beach Resort and we would buy into the franchise of the Sunprime, which is a group of 16 hotels that existed when Thomas Cook was operating as a tour operator. So Tamala became unique in that it became part of a club of 16 hotels all over the world, which meant that bringing into Gambia a brand that existed all over the world in 16 countries, certain qualities, certain requirements were necessary to be able to join into that franchise and to qualify to be called a Sunprime. So this is how it started. Consequently, we have actually built another hotel, which is the Kalimba Beach Resort. And then we were also in the process of completing the Kora Beach Resort, which was the last hotel that we had embarked on. But COVID, of course, overtook the situation, and we decided that it was not the right time to invest money to finish the 6th hotel in our group. So Tamala came about when, I think we will owe a lot of credit to Balafon again, because Balafon became so successful that the tour operators looked at us as, the leading hotel management company in the country. And because of that, they invited us to go into this cooperation with Tamala. Tamala is 100% Gambian owned. The company that owns Tamala is Balafon Company Limited, which is 100% owned by Omar Jawara and myself. We started this partnership 8 years ago, and it has resulted in a lot of success. And again, I always say this when I talk about this partnership between Omar and myself. Wherever you have an honest, hardworking partnership where there is trust, it's better when you do things, 2 of you, than when you do things alone. So I advise a lot of young budding Gambian businessmen that if you find someone that you find credible, someone that complements you as a person, someone that is honest, someone that is as hardworking as you, once you cooperate, you can create bigger things than doing things alone.
So you mentioned something about requirements to be part of the Sunprime hotels all over the world. So what were the few requirements or the qualities?
One thing that we, once we had agreed to get into this Sunprime partnership, we benefited a lot from the Sunprime group and the Sunprime team, because the Sunprime group has had experts in design, in service delivery, you know, in F&B, food and beverage. In the whole concept became so round, and it was introduced to us by people who have done this multiple times in different countries with different hotels. And what was successful in those hotels was implemented in Tamala as its newest addition to the Sunprime family. So we benefited a lot from a lot of expertise from the Sunprime group. Of course, from our side also, we brought in the local knowledge, we brought in the investment, our architect, we brought in the architect. And once we sat down and discussed all the modalities and how we are going to build this hotel, it took a lot of time, but in the end of the day, I am very proud to say that Tamala Resort is here for everyone to see. I don't think I have to blow our horn with Tamala. Tamala shows itself, you know, without any more justification from myself to the world. It's a beautiful hotel.
So what is the mission or the slogan of Tamala?
We are very proud to say that Tamala is a Gambian-owned hotel. Two Gambians who decided to work together years ago and built up this partnership to the point where we are building hotels that can challenge any hotel in the world. A lot of people who visit Tamala actually are astonished with the quality and the aesthetics of this hotel. The architecture is very unique. So our mission really is to say that it is Gambian. But of course, we are only two. It takes a much bigger operation to manage all these hotels and to manage especially the Tamala. We are also proud to say that 99%, even 99% of the operations in Tamala is run by Gambians.
Okay.
We can do it. We can do it. So basically what we try to do is to present anyone who comes into the hotel with utmost hospitality, with a friendly smile, with a clean environment. We are very proud of our housekeeping staff that keep our rooms exquisitely clean. It is really, especially now with this pandemic, this is very important. The health and safety part of it is becoming more important than any aspect of managing a hotel.
Yeah.
So we've done quite a few training so that the staff understand that from the rooms to our kitchens, we have to follow some very strict guidelines and make sure that the rooms are very properly sanitized. The same thing applies to the kitchen and to all other aspects of the hotel. So our mission is really, number one, to show that Gambians can do it, and number two, to make sure that anyone who leaves Tamala leaves with a sweet taste in their mouth.
Okay. And then we have seen the beautiful architectural design of Tamala. What was the inspiration behind it?
Before we built Tamala, we looked at a lot of models of the architect came up. I think at some point he started to get even frustrated with us because he came up with quite a few drawings and we were saying no. Basically what we wanted was a hotel. We have a beautiful beach. So a hotel where when you walk into the reception, you have a direct view to the beautiful Atlantic that God has blessed us with. Yeah? We did not want to cluster the hotel. So we wanted huge open spaces where when people come in, they don't feel claustrophobic and clustered, that they feel a very open and free environment when they walk into the hotel. Now, with the architecture, we decided to go modern, simple,
and unique. Yes.
Yeah. We also, part of our concepts, if you look at our hotels, Balafon, Tamala, and Kalimba, you see a lot of water. We love pools. We make a big investment in our pools. And we feel that the pools make a big difference in number one, the value of the hotel, and number two, the experience that the guests have when they come in. Because water always gives you a very calming aura around you. And when you come into a hotel, you're coming to enjoy yourself, you're coming to relax. You need to be given, a very calm atmosphere. And we feel that water does that for us. So if you look at our rooms, half of the rooms have pools where you leave your room and you can immediately jump into a swimming pool. So we call them our pool access rooms. We have rooms that have pool access facing the beach, which I feel are the best rooms in the country.
Yes.
Because, I mean, you cannot beat coming out of your room, jumping into a pool, and having the Atlantic face you right in front of you.
Indeed,
it's beautiful and it's unique.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, looking at the place, the design, and the beauty, and the luxury of the place, you could have given it any name, luxury hotel, Sun Hotel, but you came up with a simple name which might sound ordinary when it's mentioned to people. So why did you come up with Tamala? Is there a story behind that, or does Tamala have a meaning?
Tamala has a meaning,
yes.
And Tamala has a history. Now, first of all, when you choose a name for a business, you have to choose a name that resonates. If someone hears it, they can pronounce it and remember it. So this is also an advice to people. I mean, when you choose names, make sure you have a name that is easily recognizable, that people will remember, and something that resonates. But the history of Tamala comes from the genesis of our business. If you look at the first hotel we took over, we changed the name to Djaliba. Djaliba is our maestro, our cultural maestro in our music. Yeah. The second hotel we built was called Djembe. Of course, our talking drum. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
The third hotel we built was Balafon, the xylophone. Yeah. The fourth hotel we built now is Tamala. Tamala is the Tama. The fifth hotel we built is Kalimba. Kalimba is what we call locally the Tukusingalam. They use it in the Gese.
Okay.
Yeah. And the sixth hotel is the Kora, which we all know about. So there is always some sort of a musical feel behind the names that we call our hotels.
Mentioning the cultural tradition, among all the many things we have in the tradition, you choose musical instrument instead. Why was that?
Music makes us happy. And when you come into Tamala, we want you to be happy. When you come into Djembe, we want you to be happy. So we, again, giving respect to tools that make our lives happy. And this is why we chose these musical instruments. But further, if you go into the hotels, if you go into our rooms, you will see that we always use African art decorations in our rooms. So we complement the name of music, the culture of music, with the culture of African art.
And then starting up a business, we all know that we face problems and so on. So I would like to know, or our viewers out there would like to know, what were the challenges to start this business, and till date, what are the challenges it faces still?
I always say I don't want to hear problems. I say this to my staff all the time. We don't want to hear problems, we want to hear solutions. Yeah? So, I mean, life always gives us challenges and it gives us bumps that we have to go over. But if we, I feel, are honest in what we do, stick to our principles and work hard, because only hard work solves problems. Work hard. Any problem that you face can be overcome.
Yes.
So, of course, Gambia is a developing country. We have a major asset in the kindness of the people, the hospitable nature of the people. But we also have challenges of skill. We need to do more to improve on the skill of our young ones. And we are in discussions with within the hotel to see how we can transform one of our hotels into basically a hospitality institute where you are learning by practice. We see that this is the new trend with hospitality institutions, that a hotel can decide to also become an educational center where people who come to work for us through practice, learn the skill of service. And this is a way where before you leave, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years of education in practice in a hotel, you can become better in what you do than maybe just spending so much time on theory and very little time on practical. You know, I think when you practice as you go, it adds more value to you and your educational requirements. So the skill part has been a major challenge. Of course, now we all have, and all Gambians face it. The whole world is facing the challenge of COVID. And we are lucky in Gambia that it has not exploded as it has in a lot of other countries. And we thank God for that. But we need to work harder to make sure that we protect our country so that the effects will be dampened down as much as possible. In this line, we as businessmen appeal to government to see how, as much as possible, they can assist all businesses in the country to survive, so that once COVID is out of the way, we are positioned and ready to take the lead again and improve the numbers of tourists that come into the country.
Okay, we have seen many, most businesses closing down because of this COVID.
Yes.
So I would like to ask, how were you people able to travel till today, and the business has not stopped? It's still going on.
Yeah, business has stopped because we normally should be operating 5 full hotels today. We normally should be hiring. At the height of this last year's season, we were hiring 900 people, 900 young Gambians. You know, if we are not on the top, we are in the top 5 of companies that hire people in this country. 900 people. Today, as we speak, we are hiring 150. We are operating 1 hotel instead of 4 hotels. So you can see the effect that COVID has had on the lives of us as businessmen, but also on the lives of our 750 staff that are not working today. And to be honest, this is the most frustrating for us as a business, that we cannot provide jobs to people who have actually contributed to the success of our company. We hope that very soon the pandemic will be over, and we will definitely call everybody back. The idea, our vision actually for 2025 was to hire 2,500 people. Now COVID has come in the way, but this is, as a company, this is what our vision has been. That we employ young Gambians, give them opportunities, give them training, and make sure that there is some sort of a way of elevating them and their lives, their positions, to the point where I always tell the staff that I want you guys to be on the level where everybody wants to steal you from me. Then we have become the best. That we are creating a culture in our company where when anybody wants to look for a staff, they come to Tamala, they come to Djembe, they come to Balafon and say, you are the one I want. But then it will be my job to make my staff stay and work for me. This has been the vision of our company. You know, how to uplift the lives of Gambians, young Gambians, to the point where they become valuable not only to us, but they become extremely valuable to this small nation of ours.
Okay, and another thing you mentioned about 900 workers, but right now only 150 is working, meaning 750 are staying home. So are you guys doing anything about those 700 people knowing that they have no work and they're sitting at home just like that?
That's a very good question. COVID has just disrupted everything, has cut our legs to the ground. What we're trying to do is we've now created some sort of a success, or some sort of a growth in Tamala. Our function right now is to see how we are going to open another hotel so we can bring in maybe another 150 to work, and slowly, even though we are not achieving the bottom line that we require, try to operate again on a level where at least we have enough turnover that can give us the opportunity to bring back the staff to work. But COVID really handed us a big blow that we had to close the whole operation. And at some point we said, okay, let's try to see how we can open one or two of the hotels to the point where we'll be able to bring more people into work. And in so doing, at least we won't be able to solve everyone's problems, but we will be able to solve some problems. What we've also done is in our operation, we have rotated some of the staff. So we give some staff the opportunity to work for 3 months, and then another set of staff the opportunity to work for 3 months. And this might be a strategy where we cannot solve everyone's problems, but at least
everybody will be able to earn.
Absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely.
That's a great one. And then I would also like to ask, how has Tamala, or the business of Balafon, contribute to the development of the tourism industry of the Gambia?
The Gambia operates in a big world. And in this world, you have thousands of hotels. We have a beautiful country, we have beautiful beaches, we have very nice people, but there are quite a lot of other countries that also have the same. Now, the only way to win in this industry is to create quality products and to have quality service. So we feel that what we have done with Tamala is to take the Gambian hospitality industry to the next level, a level where we can compete with any hotel in Spain, any hotel in Greece, any hotel in Turkey. And this is what people who come to Tamala, this is what they say. Some of them say they never imagined that a hotel like this would be in the Gambia.
Indeed.
And this is what we are going to continue doing with any product that we introduce into the hospitality industry of the Gambia. If you look at the Coral Beach Resort that we built after Tamala, also it can compete with any hotel in anywhere in the world. So this, we feel, has been the contribution that we have done. Another important contribution that I think we have done, and it's quite recent, is how, life always has challenges. Okay? What's the strength of a person is how you overcome those challenges and continue your journey. Now, what we have done in this summer, and this has allowed us to open the hotels, not make money, but provide employment to our staff that were sitting at home, is to introduce domestic tourism. We all thought Gambians would never patronize hotels. What we see now is that our main customers are Gambians, and we are very proud of this. And I always say to my staff, if we build hotels in Gambia and they are patronized by Gambians, at some point we might even say, why do we need the tourists? And really, it's unfortunate that in the past we had all these nice products, but Gambians did not have the opportunity to enjoy it. Part of it was that we as businesses, we have to accept we're a little bit too biased maybe towards the tourists, because we had not seen, the possibilities if we pivot. So this is a pivot that has happened because of COVID. And out of every disaster, you have to find one or two good things that come out of it. And this is one good thing that has come out of it. We are very proud as a Gambian company that we are serving Gambians who are supporting our business. And we thank Gambians for that.
We have seen that in businesses, after 5 or 10 years, the business is closed down or it is sold to another person that is outside of the Gambia.
Yeah.
So how long does Tamala intend to stay to serve its customers?
Tamala is here to stay.
Okay.
And part of our plan, and this again is what a lot of hotels lack in the Gambia, is proper maintenance. If you maintain your product, it will last longer. But we are a business that is here to stay. We want to create a legacy so that Gambians 100 years from today can say, okay, these were the real pioneers in the tourism industry of this country. Like I told you, the vision of the company is to hire 2,500 people by the year 2025. We are in what? 2020? We have 2021. We have 5 hotels. We have 5 hotels and we employ 900. So do your calculation. We are talking about not only 5 hotels, we are talking about maybe 12, 13, 14 hotels. So we are a company that understands that the potential of the country. Gambia has a potential. We now have maybe 250,000 tourists that were visiting us at the height of our tourist season. Yeah? But we have a potential to attract 1 million tourists.
Yes.
If 1 million tourists flooded to Gambia today, we cannot put them to sleep on the beach. We don't have the rooms. Yeah? So we have to build rooms, and we have to build quality rooms, which will enable tour operators and independent tourists to come and visit us. So our vision really is to keep on contributing and keep on building and keep on hiring to the point where we can have 2,500 Gambians employed, which means that we will have to build another 6, 7, 8 hotels.
Okay.
On that same line also, as a business, we have decided to pivot a little. We have a new product that is going to be showcased actually in February. We are building a mini city on the beach. It's going to comprise of 40 luxury homes, 80 townhouses, and close to 200 apartments. So this time we are not building units for leisure service, but we are building units to sell. So this is a pivot that we have also decided to go and embark on. So we keep on going. And you're going to hear more about Balafon Company Limited. You're going to hear more about ourselves and what we do. We are proud Gambians. This is our country. No one is going to build it for us. We only can build this country.
For ourselves, indeed. Thank you very much. So I would ask you the last question. What message do you have for the world, especially young Gambians here and out there, when it comes to business and hospitality, the hospitality business in general?
The potentials of tourism for this country are extreme, and there's so much potential that we have not achieved yet. Tourism has the potential to bring in a lot of guests, but the multiplying factors that tourism also add onto our economy are severe, are big, are extremely big. Our kitchens rely a lot on vegetables, fish, poultry, meat, lamb, beef. These are all industries that can be spurred to success if we have the right amount of tourism coming into the country. Tourists who come here spend money. That affects our economy in a positive way. The amount of foreign exchange that they bring into our country helps create our foreign exchange reserves and helps stabilize our currency. So there are so many linkages that can be created if we strategize well and make sure that we understand that the potential of tourism and create linkages through agriculture, through fisheries, through aquaculture, through hospitality, other hospitality outlets like restaurants, like tours, fisheries, fishing, aquaculture. There's so many things that can complement the tourism product that I feel as a country we have not achieved yet. And we need to start thinking about how, as we pivot ourselves and restart our country and our industry, for the future of Gambian tourism, we have to look at more ways that Gambians are benefiting and can create businesses that can support the tourism industry of this country.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Sallah. We're very honored to have you today.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you.